welcome. That's right, we're back to Birth Me Code already. It's the kind folks at Miracle Moon graciously offered me a chance for a key ahead of time, a week ahead of release, to start covering the game fully. To be perfectly honest, I was actually considering streaming the other game in this series, which I didn't know that much about at the time, Head as Code. But when we visit that down the line, since we'll be starting this, this is technically the second game in the series, but the developer has said that both games can be played in either order, really. They're kind of complementary, not sequential. So I do kind of want to cover that down the line. Also, they've announced that the original Head as Code is getting a graphical overhaul. So I might actually put off covering that until then. There's also something else to talk about before we start here. And I know I've never really done this kind of thing before, but if you're interested in a key for this game, leave a comment down below. And after we're through the first 3 videos of this, I will put all of your names who've left a comment down below into a random generator and pick one to receive a key to try this game on your own. And heck, if these first 3 videos do really well, then there might even be a chance for more than one winner. We'll see. But yeah, I know I don't normally do this kind of thing because it's not really my style, but yeah, just leave a comment below if you're interested. Give the video a watch and give it a like. And after the 3rd video, I'll announce a winner. Now, I didn't actually carry my saves over, which is alright. I don't know if anything's changed in the content of this game covered by the demo, but we're gonna go through it again. We're gonna call this part 1 all over again. Retread the demo. So this one will probably be skippable. I don't know if I'll edit this down depending on if anything changes or not, but we may as well start from the top. Where am I? There's no Hulkamaniacs here. Floating. I am floating. Floating in a sea of nothing. Before, everything was dark. Now, I know that you're here. The thought is comforting. Please, don't go. Not yet. I need you here, right now. But it's useless, isn't it? I already know. You'll kill me. God witnessed all that had been made, and indeed it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the 6th day. Genesis 1:31. Memento. This is messed up. This is messed up, but it has to be done. The seat the girl was sitting on was uncomfortable. It was the least of her worries, however. Hunched over with her eyes closed, it was the perfect moment for introspection. Pandora. That's my name. At least, that's my nickname. It's made of pan and doron. It's Greek. It means all and gifted. So, the all-gifted, or the all-giving. That's a really poor name, because I have nothing to give. Just things to take. Take from who, you ask? From 8 animals. She remained immobile, as if she was afraid of what was soon to come. Afraid of the unknown, afraid of failure, afraid of being afraid. Every possible thing to be afraid of all at once. In the room, 2 other people were alongside her, immobile. They already had their masks on, unlike the other girl. One vaguely resembled a rabbit, and the other, a wolf. The one next to the girl was similar to a bear in theme. I think it's about time to put on the helmet. Won't be long before they wake up. If I'm not ready by then, I'd rather not think about it. There, it's on. Just as expected, I can't see anything through it just yet. That's because my helmet's special, given that I'm behind all this. I need to have some measure of control and all. The vision will be fixed once I connect to it. I can't see anything because the cameras lining the exterior aren't linked yet. I can hack any helmet thanks to that, which lets me spy on others. Couldn't make this kind of thing myself. A guy programmed it all for me. Is he a part of this too? No, I don't think so. All the people here have committed great sins, and it was all Pandora's fault. You could say it was my fault. I'm Pandora, after all. I've been Pandora for years. Well, I better get to it. Time to activate this piece of junk. Fudge nuggets. So we did program it to be a funny puzzle, which I can't say I'm that surprised about. I should have expected something like this from that piece of work. I don't think he really understood what these helmets were for. In a way, I'm glad that's the case. But it also means I'm gonna have to solve this kind of thing every time I want to spy on someone, huh? All I apparently have to do is follow the instructions on the upper part of the interface, which is simple enough. Judging by what I'm looking at, he left me a way to get hints, too. That's nice, since I don't have the time to worry over solving it the proper way. Enough flubbing around. I'll just take the hints if I need them so I can finish this ASAP. I'm not gonna lie, I really dig that animation. Even though it has Mr. S. So, we're not gonna be dumb this time. So, you say answer after the dot. Heppo. I'm still gonna add this in. I feel like that's the bonus puzzle. Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if that was for the hope part. You solved it! Heck yeah. Out on that. The zero escape in me refuses to miss out on the puzzle ending. Dialogue. At least that was easy. Processing. Complete. Evaluating frequencies. Connection established. Smile and shine. Sign. The helmet the blonde girl was wearing lit up. Immediately, she was assaulted by a vicious and annoyed howl coming from the side, which promptly and completely woke her up. Oops. There we go. And what the fuck is going on here? One of the teens wore a helmet that loosely looked like a rabbit's head. It was a sharp contrast to the cheerleader outfit she was otherwise adorned with. Colorful and bright in aesthetics, one could only expect the girl wearing it to be just as cheerful and happy. Judging by what she was screaming, she was anything but cheerful or happy. Yeah. She doesn't seem thrilled. Look, I have no idea. I keep telling you, I don't know what's going on, and no, I can't take off this weird mask either. Just pointing out another thing, it feels like there was a bit of a skip in time between Pandora putting on her helmet and connecting. When Pandora put on her helmet, these two were described as still being asleep. Actually, can we still see the... rabbit, the other a wolf. Yep, that is indeed us. Thought there might have been some possible shenanigans between are we really the girl we saw at the beginning. Look, I have no idea. I keep telling you, I don't know what's going on. And no, I can't take off this weird mask either. The other student wore a canine helmet. His clothing was strange, as if he was wearing one of those skin-tight suits from animated series. You don't get to pick how and when you get kidnapped, so that's what he was wearing. Maybe he was playing laser tag or paintball. Their bickering continued, uninterrupted. I'm not buying that. You two were sitting there, calm and peaceful, like you owned the place while I was going apeshit over here. You're still going apeshit right now. Calm down. I was asleep, and I bet she still is. You must have been drugged. Calm down. Do you even know who I am? You don't order around a girl like me. Then we should introduce ourselves, Miss Superiority Complex. I'm clearly important. I carry my bracelets on my arm. Unlike the more agitated rabbit girl, the wolf boy was still calm, studying his current surroundings without blowing anywhere the same fuss she was. No, fuck, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling anybody. What if you're after my money? No, fuck, no. Okay, then don't ask me if I know who you are. The wolf boy thought about it and came up with an alternative. Do you have some kind of nickname, then, or anything else like that? I can't go around calling you Bunny, and I bet you'd hate that, too. Bunny? What are you talking about? The mask you have, it kind of looks like a rabbit. And you also apparently cheerlead for the rabbits. It has 2 ears, see? Here and there. Yours look like a wolf's head, I guess? That's it! You think you can just threaten me with that thing on, don't you? Knock it off. Your head also looks really uncanny with that helmet. So, nickname? The boy's tone made it excruciatingly clear he was getting really tired of her shit at that moment, which ultimately made her abdicate her stance on the matter. Whatever, fine. Superbia, that's my nickname. Is it fair enough? Doesn't seem like there's anything super about that girl. Yikes. The wolf boy thought about it for a moment. As the seconds passed, the girl grew increasingly agitated again. Hey, you tricked me! Now you've got a leg up on me, that's what you think, right? Now you get my name, and I don't have yours, so... No, shut up, I'm thinking. You shut up. Nobody tells me to shut up. My words are far more valuable than yours. I'm saying I'm thinking about it. Can you stop being a little bitch for a few moments so I can even say my name? Not even hearing yourself, are you? Calm down already, holy hell. We're in the same boat, okay? That small outburst seemed to calm down the bunny girl. Wolf says fuck. Once. Only once. He has standards, after all. After he let a few seconds pass to test her mettle, the guy spoke again, making good on his word. So, I have a nickname too. It's NVIDIA. I am a big fan of graphics cards. NVIDIA. Okay, that works, I guess. Now what? Now? I'm not sure. Maybe it's time to say hi. As their tones settled down, the girl wearing the bear-themed helmet reached forward on the desk, as if trying to stand up. Both of them turned to look at her, but just as quickly, all three of them no longer could see anything of each other, or the classroom. Or we could start the program by mistake. Had to happen sooner or later, I guess. From the inside of their helmets, they could see a girl. She looked fairly cute, if not a little young. There was a remarkable purity emanating from her. That's me. It's a fake representation of me, I guess. You could say it's my avatar. Very Code Lyoko aesthetic, almost. From the moment that avatar spoke, time seemed to stand still. Hello, everybody, and welcome to your unfortunate but warranted prison. My name is Me, and meeting you at last is entirely my pleasure, I assure you. Please remain silent, as no one can hear you, and this is a very important recording you will only hear once. It is shared to all 9 of you to keep the playing field fair. First, I will be telling you a few rules that will be very important, so make sure to listen closely. As that honeyed voice flowed forth, the pose on the screen changed as if to indicate a different emotion. However, the tonality was unchanging, clashing with what was shown. The helmet you wear is very special. If you attempt to remove it, you will be surrendering your right to live. So I please urge you not do that. Or do it if you want. It's no skin off my back. No, really. I don't have skin. I'm just an avatar. The avatar's tone grew colder with those words, but it was back to normal as quickly as it had first changed. I understand it is very uncomfortable, but if you wish to get rid of it, you'll have to follow my instructions later. For the time being, you are stuck with it. Now, a very important fact. I am merely an image that represents someone in your group. Your goal in this game is to kill me. To that effect, the game we will play is called, you guessed it, Kill Me. After you'll have killed me, you'll be one step closer to escaping this hellhole I've put you in. Please accept my sincerest apologies for that too. If there was any other way, I would have taken it. Unfortunately, your time is not infinite. You have a total of 6 hours to bring about my death. Should the allotted time expire, you will all surrender your right to live. The thought is so very unbearable. Speaking of time limits, when you're in a room like this one, your time limit is shortened to 39 minutes. Bit of an oddity where the text sound effects died, but it seems to be back. You are locked in this room until you figure something out, preferably within the allotted time. What you have to figure out changes with each room, except for these first rooms. In these first rooms, all 3 groups will have to figure out what links all of you together. Don't worry, I made it a little easy because the time will have been ticking down to 30 minutes while I spoke. See, I am fair, as long as you obey the rules. The chilling stare made its appearance once more, only to be replaced with her normal, kinder eyes afterwards. Don't worry, as soon as you figure out the answer, simply say, "Let me out," followed by the answer, and the door will automatically come unlocked. Unfortunately, if your answer is wrong, the one who said it will surrender their right to live.
I trust you understand this means that if you senselessly scream for me to let you out, you will merely die. So please, do not do it. Or do it if you want. If you animals value your lives so little, then be my guest. I will talk more about the Kill Me game once you are out. I have one last thing of note to tell you before I go. When you escape, the door will close behind your group, and you will not be allowed to come back. Ever. Make absolutely sure to collect the key cards and any weird keys you find here. Disable cheating. You are not allowed to take any item out with you that isn't in one of the final containers of these deduction rooms. I'll see you later. Essentially the equivalent to only taking items that you get in the safe in Virtue's Last Reward. Following that crazy recording, the screen was replaced with a normal view of the classroom. Everything is going as planned. Did you see that too? Finally, one of them spoke up again, even though they weren't in any state of mind to fully register what the artificial lunatic had told them. Yeah! What is even going on here? I don't get any of it. That girl is some creepy shit. I have to admit this wake-up call is a little, unexpected. Anyway, there's no time for screwing around. Me said there was only a half hour before we die in this room, and I honestly don't want to test that claim. We have to leave. Pronto. Me? Right, that girl's name. Fine, whatever. Like hell, I'm dying here. What about you, little girl? Would you mind finally giving us a nickname to call you by, too? Or you could just say your actual name if you don't care either. These nicknames exist just because Bunny Girl here got cold feet. Bunny Girl? Fuck off with that! Look, you're wearing that, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Two of them patiently awaited an answer. This is stressful as hell. Being locked in here with these two would be terrifying if I didn't know better. Actually, now that I think about it, funny, I can't remember my name. I'm too young to have Alzheimer's yet, but what about you, Grumpy Face? First of all, I am not grumpy, and second of all, how can you be so calm and crack jokes at a time like this? Running out of time here. Spit your name out already, holy shit! Apparently, playing the part of the fearful girl seems to be working out. Neither of them are suspecting anything. Though, it's making that idiot sandwich even more annoyed, which is either bad or really great. Is that superb? Yeah, I assume. A small sound came from the smaller girl, where the two others just looked at each other in confusion. Spoopy eventually threw her hands in the air and decided to leave the two of them alone for a while. Despite the timer going down, things calmed down a little after her departure. She is very volatile. Look, I can't hear you. You'll have to talk a little louder. He leaned towards her as if waiting for her to answer. Another tiny sound came from the girl's helmet, which naturally distorted their voices thanks to the sound modulator inside each of them. Ancora, that's what I heard. That's right. It's Ancora. Ancora's my name, my nickname. Another made-up nickname to hide behind. It's necessary, just like I have to make sure nobody can find out I'm behind this. However, things could get dicey later. Following that introduction, Ancora... I feel like I don't remember that... If that line was there before, then I forgot about it rather easily in the demo. And that's interesting. That plays into some stuff that happens after we escape this room. Regards to name choices and other information. We're actually going to hang out with Bunny this time. Nvidia stepped aside, understanding she wanted to introduce herself to their rabid companion.
A raving rabbit?
Hey, I told NVIDIA my name. It's Ancora.
Ancora, huh? Weird name. Anyway, stay out of my way. I'm gonna open the door. Doing good on her words, Superbia reached for the handle and... Ah, fuckwad! The door's actually locked! Despite the lack of facial features, it was easy to see she was getting worked up. Again. Unable to resist, NVIDIA chimed in from the sidelines. No kidding. That's what me said before. Stupid. Can't even leave for real. Everybody told me I'd be stuck in some dumb classroom with a bunch of idiots to play a stupid game. Superbia tried to twist the handle in vain. It wasn't going to work. Fuck! I was so sure it was just a dumb fucking joke. All the more reason to hurry, then. Yeah, I'm not sure why that keeps happening, but just occasionally the text sound effects die. We don't have any time. 3 minutes already went by. We can sort all other information later. When you're both done trying to open the door, join me. And Cora agreed with NVIDIA. Yeah. I don't know what this is all about, but our first priority is to leave, so we should start looking around. Let's see. Leave anything you find in the cubicles in the back. That way we can easily look at everything we find. NVIDIA set off to explore the room and see what he could find. Before Superbia could join him, Ancora stopped her for a moment. Oh? What do you want? I can't recall my name, and I think NVIDIA can't either, so I was wondering if I was a loser too. Making fun of Ancora, Superbia acted as if she was telling her to talk to the hand. Right, well, I guess not then. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember either. Happy. Not bothering to wait for an answer, Superbia left Ancora alone. Trust acquired. Achievement acquired as well. Timer in their helmets read 27 minutes remaining. It's more than enough time. Obviously, I already know what's going on, and what links all of us here. I can't skip any steps. If I thought about it too much, it would jeopardize the operation, and I'd be found out. It's best to just focus on the search in the room. It's pretty simple. All that needs to be done is to investigate as normal. A lot of things in the room can be selected as part of the search. It's also possible to check the cubicles in the back to see everything that's been found. A bit like an inventory of sorts. Deduction time. Whoosh. And I do like this puzzle deduction music. Okay, what can we look in first? These look locked, but it can't hurt to give it a go and see if they open. Forget it, I already tried. None of them open. All locked. Well, in that case, should you try looking behind or under? You know, you're smarter than you look. I hadn't thought of that yet. Vidya crouched, peeking under the lockers and spying an empty area. Reaching into it, he eventually pulled out an item. Looks like we hit the jackpot. Here's a key. It doesn't fit any of these locks. Let's try it somewhere else then, Einstein. That's a good guess coming from you, but I don't think my name has anything to do with Einstein. It's a figure of speech. Whatever. NVIDIA made sure the key was kept safe on the box shelves in the back of the room. Alright. Until we get a key that fits in here, it's no use. I knew that. I was just seeing if you'd react. Yeah, sure. It's all bolted down anyway, so this is useless. Let's go somewhere else. You're acting like you have to follow me everywhere. I mean, you're the protagonist.
antagonist. Alright. Books. Sankora approached the bookcase. Superbia stopped her with a hand on her shoulder. There's nothing in there. How do you know? What about all those books? Watch and learn. The rabbit-themed girl reached for one of the books. Then she pulled, and the entire row came out with her grip. Oh, wow, what the heck? Not surprising, but, well, gotta play the part, I guess. They're fakes. Not a single book in there is real. And there's nothing else in there either. Exactly. Take that, book nerds. These are pretty funny titles, if they're fakes. How to Raise Your IQ by Kidnapping Gifted Children. No One Has to Fly. Good old... God, you remember that old Flash game? No One Has to Die? Like, the puzzle game with the, like, 4 branching paths and the true ending and fucking ending cliffhanger. That stuff was wild. Could play that again sometime. Celsius 233. It's a complete study on noematics? Okay, that last one's not that funny, but what's a noematic? Fair. How many times do you think people have drawn dicks on this chalkboard before the teacher sat down in the morning? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. Where's my best Joel Vinesauce voice? Who's been drawing dicks? Could you repeat the question? Never mind. I was just wondering about stupid stuff. Either way, there's nothing there. Not even the slightest bit of chalk, so let's move on. Hello. Hey, there we go. Don't put anything on this since we last checked, huh? Oh, I forgot. We're the only ones here, and none of us could have done it. Why am I talking to myself? Earth to Ankara, please respond. We have a lot of things to investigate and so little time to do it, so get searching. Ah. There's a hide function there. Ooh. So the C button hides the cursor, at least. It seems like these I don't remember if this is there on the normal segments, the novel segments, but there is, like, no chance in hell I put my hands in there. Suit yourself, but we have to look everywhere. No, we don't have to look in there. Are you this afraid of trash? Clearly not, since I'm talking to you. Oh! Look again, genius. The bin is empty. There's just no point. And what about underneath the bin? There's nothing there either. What would be so stupid as to hide something under a garbage bin? So did you check then? Yes, I did check. What's up with these 20 questions? So you did put your hands in there, in the end. I'll put the back of my hand on your face if you don't shut up. How? This mask is in the way. Ugh, stop! I'm out! I'm walking away from this bin right now! Ankara watched from the sidelines. That's a lot of animosity over essentially nothing. Did you look in there yet? I just finished and nada. So much for that. Ooh. To enter a computer, this cabinet would be pretty poor. It doesn't even have one file in it. Oh, gotta look up here. This lamp seems strange from the very moment I looked at it. It's not the lamp that's strange, though. It's the light. There's something in there. Fine, I'll grab it for you. Shorty. The shorter one crossed her arms in slight annoyance while Superbia grabbed the object to fish it out of the lamp, standing on her tiptoes to reach it. Oof, oof, oof. That's hella hot! Due to the scalding temperature of the object from being so close to the light bulb, Superbia dropped it to the ground. Ankara reached for it before deciding against it. Yeah, don't touch that yet. Give it like a few seconds. Looks like a cylinder of some kind. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but at least we found it now. I'll take it to the shelves in the back. It's maybe a competitively stepped onto the object. Mine, bitch. No way, that's my cylinder now. Whatever it's used for. Didn't you say it was too hot to touch it anyway? Yep, I traded shares with yours truly, so please vacate my new property. Well, whatever. Just make sure to bring it with the rest so we can have a look at all the things we found. Look, there's a slot on one end too, like something's made to be inserted in there. Another traded share with Superbia. Hey now. Our themed girl walked off the object to go yell some obscenities at Nvidia. In the meantime, Encore grabbed the cylinder and took it over to the shelves in the back. Mine now. You two have your childish fights. I'm getting all the loot. Okay, so Shift lets us see all, which is admittedly handy. Classrooms use these things to show movies and whatever else. I like watching movies in class. Unfortunately, we can't reach it. Even Superbia is not tall enough. We need a stepladder. Or a ladder. That's what I said. Not at all. Ladders and stepladders are... look, we really have no time for this at all. Fair. Door. Strange, the handle doesn't turn. I mean, I already knew it was locked. There's a slot for a key under it. Do you think that what Nee said was a lie? You sure that's for a key? What else could it be for? Beats me. One thing's for sure. There's even a large metal plate covering the entire window in the door. Alright, move. Yeah, I think for now, let's go to sleep. That's where you were sitting, I think. Actually, I was at the desk right in front of that one. And I was at the desk on the far right, in the back. Does this have a purpose? Apparently not. Just looking around. It'd be kind of hard to just sit down right now. Fair. What a weird painting. You won't see me hang that in my living room, that's for sure. Are you sure it's a painting? It looks stuck against the wall. No matter how much I try pulling it off, it feels like it's hiding something underneath. Yeah, but the cover itself is a painting anyway. See, it's painted. It even has some 3D elements. Maybe I dragged her hand along the surface of the painting before removing it just as quickly when a circular piece broke into her fingers. Yikes! It's coming apart! How old and filthy is this thing? Can't believe I let my pretty hand touch that surface. That's your only worry here? Nvidia sighed in disbelief. Either way, look at the corners. There are several differently shaped holes in the frame. Great, putting things in holes. I outgrew that when I was like 2 years old. Heh. Some people spend their lives putting things in holes. Might be worth keeping all this in mind after we figure out what to do with it. Mind bringing the circle over to the shelves? Superbia shrugged with disgust, flinging the circle over to the shelves. It landed in one of them, thankfully on one of its flat ends. Alright, so we can touch this. We don't have all 4 of the shapes, do we? No we don't, for now. Guess it's time to get a move on. Let's examine this desk. Look, the teacher's desk has drawers behind it. Think we'll find anything in them? Not the first one opens, but it's empty. The second one's locked. Let's see if the key we found fits here. Bingo! Here we go! What's in here, then? There's another key. And a strange block that looks like a triangle. Looks more like a triangular prism to me, since it's the 3D shape. Okay, nerd. Oh, shut up, you know what I meant! Either way, we should bring all of this over to our shelves so we don't lose them. Look, there's a weird slot on the end of this prism. I guess something goes in there, then. Vidya held onto the objects, and Cora didn't care to grab the key back, but Nvidia took it anyway. It's been used already, no point in taking it back. Oh, there's also a cabinet underneath the drawers. That one's not locked, so let's have a look inside. Oh, I found something. It's a newspaper clipping. It's talking about a murder at a school. Everything's crossed out. I don't recall anything like that myself. If it's here, though, then it has a link to us, doesn't it? Let's keep it in mind and look around some more. Vidya brought the newspaper clipping with the rest of their stuff in the back of the room. Alright. Anything else to find in here? These drawers are now as empty as my pockets on the day they serve us pizza in the cafeteria. I love pizza. But this isn't the time for that anyway. I wish I could just call Pizza Hut Pizza Hewitt right now. It's Pizza Hut crossed with Jackson Hewitt. Get your taxes done, we'll have a nice pizza. There's no working phone here, and stop making me feel hungry. Let's open these drawers. Maybe a key we found will help with this now. She inserted the key in the locker to open the first compartment, but it was empty. Ah, nuts! Nothing in here at all. Fudge nuggets. Try the other one. Try the others too. Maybe it'll work with more than one lock. And Cora went ahead and attempted to unlock the other drawers, which found a moderate amount of success. In one of them, she found a rectangular prism. All the others were empty. Another one of those prisms. When I shake it, I can feel there's something inside. Don't feel too surprised we found another of these here. Small things come in big packages, huh? Hey, I just noticed the prism has a weird slot on one of its ends, too, like the other. At any rate, let's leave it in the back. Oh, box. Look at this box. Doesn't it feel grossly out of place? What kind of classroom has random metal boxes lying around? Yeah, that's exactly the point I just made, Superbia. Very attentive, I see. What do you think is in there? I don't know, but it looks really heavy. Vidya reached around it, grabbing onto the sides to attempt to lift it. He gave up after a few seconds, already panting from the effort. Yep, no lifting that thing. Not only does it look heavy, but it weighs as much as 2 or 3 persons together. That's not fair, you know. People don't all have the same weight. Let's just go with averages, then. Point of the matter is, it's not doable by any of us, for sure. It's a surprising character detail for Superbia, of all people, to make that comment. Are you sure you're not just masking your incapability to lift? Do you even lift, bro? Nvidia shrugged, not wanting to get into a fight over it or anything. There's a keypad on one of the sides, but I can't think of what we could enter there. Maybe it's for later, then. Interesting. Is there anything we can get out of this? No. They're all empty, so this is just a waste of time. Takes a waste to know a waste. Oh, yes, very hilarious. Let's go. Oh, I don't have all 4 of these, so let's go back here. There was one thing I want to see. Fiddling a little by using the thin, wide circle Superbia broke off of the painting, the group managed to open the object. It said it was a smaller triangular prism. And a piece of paper. It reads, it's a text message. 7 p.m., back of school, left bin, brown bag. What does that mean? Clearly they're instructions. I know this. Anyway, it's a pack of drugs, generally left in a hidden area so nobody but the recipient can find it. And how would you know that? I have a friend who's an addict. Not very reputable if you ask me. Whatever, I'm not here to talk about my life. Anything about who sent this? Apparently the sender's name is Pandora. I suppose we should keep that in mind. Again, interesting, since we're here, Pandora. A clever use of the large circular object in the slot of the prism, the group slid its cap right off. Instead was a smaller cylinder. And a printed picture. That's a website of some variety. The address reads thesinemptiness.com. The title of the page says My Emptiness, and there's a list of names, 9 of them. Pandora, Tristitia, Invidia, Ira, Superbia, Gula, Luxuria, Avaricia, and Ancora. This kind of rings a bell. Yeah. Okay, let's check this. Okay. Let's go back. At least now we know what the answer is. It only unlocks when we find the other circle, but it would still be nice to have some sort of indicator. And this door is sure locked. Wait, there's something here. What did you find? There was a coin lodged on the inside of the handle. Guess that's why it wasn't moving before, huh? Door's still not opening, though. A coin? That's so random. Yeah, I wonder. Coin was added to their inventory at the back of the room. Let's move. Let's examine this again. I don't know what to do with this. Me neither. And, just running through the talks on my own. To be fair, NVIDIA does mention that you should examine things multiple times, which is the key to getting this second coin. So it's fair. Using the small coin, the group managed to pry the rectangular prism open. Inside was a small cube and a newspaper clipping. This is an article about the principal of our school being arrested over charges of murder. According to what's written, he was delirious and kept blaming delinquents or something. Hearing all that gives me the chills. Might as well put it with the rest of the stuff we found. Oh, mess with the hexagonal prism. Fiddling with the prism and the small coin, the group unlocked the mysteries that dwelled inside of the hexagonal prism. Instead was a smaller hexagonal prism. Wow! And a piece of paper. It's written, a fake with pigtails. What the heck does that mean? My pigtails aren't fucking fake, you dead tree leftover. Oh, I forgot about this. It's got to be the least useful thing we found here, but I don't know. I feel weird reading that. Doesn't matter to me. Does anything matter to you at all? Let's just go over what we've got. A student murdered at the school. Principal being arrested as a suspect of murder. Oh, so these are connected. There's also text about drugs sent by Pandora. A fake with pigtails. And my emptiness and our names. Let's just move on. The shapes we have found all look like they could go in the corners of this painting. Let's try them then. First, the cylinder goes into the circle. Oh, come on, matching shapes is so easy. Even your mom could do it. Let me do it. The rabbit girl snatched all of the shapes out of NVIDIA's hands to push them into each indentation one by one. When all four were in, the painting opened slightly, revealing a largely empty compartment. Hey, there's stuff inside. Let's see. The first item was a pair of electronic cards. On one side of them were a few cyan and red lines, on the other side was a weird letter S. Hey look, it's a cool S. You know, they're all over the place. Graffiti in the bathrooms, painted here and there. Anywhere, really. There's also a sheet of paper. Just a subtle acknowledgement for that being acknowledged in universe. This paper is pretty straight. It says, "Welcome to my emptiness." Is it related to... Yeah, probably. Does it say anything else? Nope, but there's another thing in here. Give me a sec. Cora reached into the safe, pulling out a large old key. So, is that it? Did you say something about a lock on the door earlier? Will this work? I don't know. Let's give it a shot, but I'm doubtful. Their attempts to unlock the door didn't work. The key did not actually fit in the lock at all. It was far too big. We don't have a lot of time left. Feel free to look around the room some more. When you're ready, let's gather back at the door. Don't suppose this'll change. Nope. Let's move. And let's just leave. Have you figured what links us here yet? Well, first of all, what are we? We're clearly aliens. No, not like that. Stop being stupid. Man, what do we do in life? We're students, right? I clearly recall coming here before. That makes sense to me. But then, who are we? Why were we put here? This is so annoying. What about you, Ancora? Got an idea about why we're here? What connects us? They're never gonna say it on their own, huh? I guess dying if you get it wrong isn't really appealing. There's no choice then. Good old Ancora is gonna have to step in. Go step forward towards the door, inhaling deeply as if preparing herself to speak it out. The two others stopped all talking and listened. Let me out! What links us? One thing I didn't try, because I got the answer first shot. Unrelated. Oh, the keyboard input works. Not exactly. Oh, nice. Let's try this. Try their group name. Oh, literally hints. Unrelated. Let's see. Nice. What else can we try to, Who? You. God! Oh my god! Okay, I get that. What else can we do? Unrelated. Nope, okay. Is there anything else we can mess around with? Pigtails. Murder. Related to what they did. Ooh. What else can we do? Unrelated. Okay, I think we're done having fun. A bit of interesting. That's an interesting bit of I wonder what that means in the context of this. You who? Me. Or me who? You. God. Now this is interesting. Alright, let's just finish this. My emptiness. That's a really neat bunch of Easter eggs there. soon as the words left her mouth, a click came from the door. The three of them looked at each other. "Oh, you didn't die, apparently. You sound disappointed." What was the answer? Were you really hoping for the opposite? And what about the metal box behind the desk? It didn't have any purpose. Yes, I'm curious too, but we have to go. We only have a few minutes left until we die. Suburbia immediately walked outside after that. See ya, losers. Remembering what had been told to them, Nvidia grabbed the old key and walked out of the room after motioning toward the shelves at Ancora. Doing good at Nvidia's motion, Ancora remained inside. For only another moment in order to nab the strange keycards from the shelves. There's nothing else important in it now, since it's just the bare minimum to make sure nobody gets sidetracked while exploring these rooms. Since remaining here was useless and dangerous, the girl followed the others. Once each of them left the room, their timers turned off one by one. All three of them emerged into a hallway. Superbia was already examining the nearby wall, having noticed the metal plates covering the entrance as soon as she'd left the classroom. There were three other people nearby, all of them watching the new arrivals. All of them wearing the same kind of high-tech helmet that the first group had. Before Ancora could talk to them, Superbia interjected herself. "Nothing to do about this. It's completely blocked off. I guess we have to meet up with these losers now." Well, maybe she doesn't care. "Hey, Ancora. Finally joined us, huh? You know, this place is kind of familiar." He remained pensive for a moment until Superbia decided to leave them and head to the group of losers, as she'd called them. "We better go and meet them too. Hopefully they've had more luck than us in remembering who they are and what this place is. I mean, it's clearly a school, but..." He offered a shrug at Ancora before vanishing off to join the group. After a brief moment, Ancora joined the group in order to properly introduce herself to them too. There it is. This meeting will pretty much determine how things will go for the next 5 hours. Now that Ancora was walking towards them, she could observe the group a little more closely. 2 boys and 1 girl, apparently. Though that third one was more a woman than a girl. That's the second group. I guess they managed to escape first. This guy on the left. He's Ira, and fittingly, he has the lion helmet. Fairly built. Decidedly someone you don't want to mess with on a physical level. In the middle there is Tristia. He has the horse helmet, and he's also a little, round. Variety's the spice of life, as they say. Not everyone keeps up in shape like Ira does. On the right there is Avaricia. She's also clearly older than the rest. To think a teacher is actually a member of my emptiness. The situation had come to a standstill between the 2 teams of 3. All of them looked upon one another as if judging each other's potential threat level. The entire scenario was playing out similarly to a pack of predators, sniffing out who would be the first to go, regardless if their given animal was a carnivore, herbivore, or omnivore. This really can't last any longer. I can't blame anyone here for hesitating this much because it's hard to tell who could be trusted, if anybody can even be trusted. The thing is, not even I know which one will be most useful. But there's no point in hesitating then. It's a gamble, and that's all there is to it. So it doesn't matter. As Ancora contemplated her options, Nvidia and Superbia moved forward. Deciding to not fall behind, the girl did much of the same. Ancora... actually this time we're going to meet Avaricia first. She joined Nvidia, who was examining Avaricia, who reciprocated the stare. The air was a little tense, as though the older woman was utterly annoyed with him. Yes, can I help you? I just didn't expect... You're not a student, are you? Oh? That's an interesting stare. The woman stayed silent for a while, looking slightly ticked off. And Cora watched the exchange, comparing it to the others meeting Superbia not too far away. The rabbit was getting absurdly angry. That's a contrast if I've ever seen one. How astute. Yes, I'm not a student. I'm a teacher in this school. Do I have to be examined by everyone here right now? It's slightly annoying. I'm assuming all the others already noted the fact it's clearly an older woman in the group, and that's what's ticking her off. Invidia backed off, raising both of his hands defensively. My bad. Anyway, I'm Invidia, and I'm guessing you're one of the names on that list too. I'm Avaricia, and obviously, it's not my real name. Do you know what it means? It's Latin for greed. I can't say I'm happy with it. Good to meet you at any rate. I promise I won't treat you any differently than anyone else. Good to meet me. In here? Don't think so, no. Well, you're a teacher, a figure of authority, so that's reassuring. Let me try that again. Do you hear yourself? You just said you wouldn't treat me any differently than anyone else. Invidia looked like he'd received a gut punch from mere words alone. Dealing with this woman clearly wasn't going to be easy. And Cora couldn't see her face, but she definitely looked permanently. I'm Ancora. I was with Invidia and Superbia earlier. Yeah, I could see that. She reached behind herself to mess with her hair a little, making it look even messier than before. Look, I might look cold, but at least I'm glad no one has died so far, okay? Don't you two have others to meet too, anyways? Thanks for your time. I guess it wouldn't be a madhouse of criminals if someone wasn't extremely impolite. Everyone introduced themselves to each other. The group took a few moments to sort everything out. Did that count as... Yes. That did count as trust. Everyone we've met so far. Interesting. So, to recapitulate, we have Ancora, the girl wearing a helmet that looks like a bear. Then there's Avaricia, wearing the one that looks like a pig. I'm getting a minute to adjust to his voice. General tone I want to use for him. Yeah, sorry, I don't think that particular mask means anything either, if that makes you feel any better. It wasn't clear if Avaricia even acknowledged what Tristia had said. She remained silent out of concern, annoyance, anger, or simply because she was speechless at the fact he felt the need to add some kind of apology. Just be ready for others to mind it more. Either way, there's Superbia too. She's the rabbit. Excuse you mean a rabbit queen? It didn't look like her confidence was radiating strongly enough to make Tristia back off. Yeah, sure. But you wear a rabbit helmet and not a crown. That makes you just a rabbit right now. Where was I? Right. There's the lion too, Ira. Then we have Invidia the wolf. And myself, Tristia the horse. We're lacking 3 others. Who cares? We're safe and it's all that matters. The others can eat shit and die. I wouldn't say safe just yet. Besides, that's not really nice either. What do you want me to do about it? I know you're a teacher, so you totally have to act like you care. But you don't have to keep that up here. Listen, you're as much a suspect as anyone else. That goes for you too. And she's gone. Avaricia took her distance to cool off before some kind of fight broke out. Maybe she simply couldn't stand the rabbit, but Ancora couldn't tell. Where do you get that number anyway? 3 more of us. Yeah, we're supposedly 9 total. Me told us as much. Don't you guys ever listen when you're in class? There's also the matter of the time ticking. We're not too far off hitting the first hour mark. Me said 6 hours was our limit, right? Real time, I think we've just crossed the hour mark. Yeah, we're at 1 hour and 5 minutes right now. Our room wasn't nearly this bad. It's possible they're having issues because they're not used to piecing elements together, thinking with logic and reason. There was barely any of that needed. Uh-oh. As if fate had been waiting for the subject to be brought up, the final door opened and out of the room bolted 2 figures. The redhead is Gula, and the other one is Luxuria. Looks like she's got a K-R tattooed on her leg. Oh, the redhead is Gula, and the other one is Luxuria, but where's the third one? Oh! They left the room in a hurry, and as soon as they were out, Luxuria rolled up into a ball, and Gula held the wall next to the closed door for support. This was completely absurd. Who could have engineered such deadly contraptions? We made it out just in time, but... Well, the fact, it locked again, and at the same moment, everyone's vision turned black. Hello. Hello again to all of you, dear animals. Sorry for that. I'm sure you don't like to be called animals. Yet none of you could pass for actual human beings. At the very least, congratulations are in order. Congratulations, you made it out. At least I am hoping all 9 made it out. As a prize for managing to get out, I'll be generous. The door in front of you will be rendered accessible. Or at least the panel next to it will be. Please take your time solving the puzzle on it while exchanging pleasantries between fellow criminals. Oh, did I not make that clear before? Allow me to rectify that, then. All of you are backstabbers of the highest order. Criminals, scum, animals, you let insects drive over reason. You commit crimes like they're nothing. In particular, you all have one special crime you hold dear to your heart. Don't let anyone find out, or maybe they'll distrust you. Maybe they'll kill you. But first, one thing at a time. By unlocking this door, you'll gain access to the crossroads. That which originally was in the middle of your beloved school is now where you'll coldly murder each other. Ooh. Don't be late now. I'll see you later. Me vanished once more. The group took a few seconds to calm down since the recording had been disorienting, due to the fact that it was shown directly into their helmets. We already introduced ourselves to each other, so after you two go, we'll do the introductions back at you. Rehashing off-screen, Avarisha stepped forward, pointing at the 2 girls who escaped last. Oh, wait a second. Both our teams had 3 people in them. What about yours? It's... the third one, she... Luxuria held her helmet, visibly shaking at the mere thought of what she was trying to say. Gula stepped forward to take over. Deepest apologies, she is very reserved. If your strengths fail you, I am capable of uttering our companion's ultimate fate in your stead. No, it's fine, I'll tell them. Our room was hard, and she guessed wrong. Interesting, so that's what happened with him. The third girl guessed wrong. Was that planned, or is something else going on? Luxuria pushed her back to a wall and slid down to the ground, holding her legs in a fetal position. An awkward silence lingered on the group, only interrupted by her sniffling a tad. At that moment, Kula cleared her throat. I'm assuming your wanton gazes are fixated on my being at the moment. I am unfortunately acutely aware my physique is unsuitably dressed for societal purposes. She glanced over at Luxuria, who either didn't notice it or paid no mind to it. She seemed envious of that hoodie. Yeah, I don't blame her. I can assure you this spotty article was not in any way my own doing. Whoever incarcerated us must be finding some sort of wicked enjoyment out of this. Kind of think of it, maybe Superbia isn't a cheerleader. Maybe that's just a costume tied to the theme of her helmet. Maybe all of our costumes are tied to the theme of our helmets. And yet Avaricia's seems remarkably like what a normal teacher would wear. So it might be on to nothing there. Oh, and I forgot that. Admittedly, I didn't touch their clothing at all, so that's false. Whoops. Maybe that had something to do with the character design, then. Also, as it is apparent, I can witness you are all adorned with a helmet much like hers and mine. Yeah. The sooner it's off, the better off I'll be. Naturally. Who would hold any desire to don their kratom with such an aberration? Not only is its appearance grotesque, but it's also completely unwieldy. Following that, the introductions began anew. This time it included the pair who had just come out, and Cora didn't feel like talking to either of them since her mind was entirely on the puzzle they had to solve. Or that she had to solve, really. Probably on a few of their minds, too. This puzzle is fairly important to get past, like my avatar said, but it can wait a little bit. The blonde girl hesitated for a few seconds, but she ultimately decided to not bother with the puzzle for now. She knew the two newcomers would allow her to learn important information about them. And Cora? Let's wave at Luxuria. She seems nice. Oh. Tristia was already in the process of talking to Luxuria when Ancora waved, prompting her to join them instead. And I'm Luxuria. Or Lux. It's cuter, don't you think? Cute things are nice, I think. This helmet I have is really not cute, though. I bet. My name is Ancora, and it's good to meet you, Luxuria. At least, as good as things are here. Boing, boing, uh-oh. The smaller girl nodded, excited to meet Ancora. Uh-oh. You're an outcoded friend. She most likely smiled under her helmet there. You're an outcoded friend. We will protect you till the end of time. People could be likened to desserts. She'd sound like she's a cupcake. Yeah, likewise too. It's just too bad for the third girl, though. She didn't make it out. Oh. Seeing how she started sobbing lightly, Tristia moved away, wanting nothing to do with it. Coward! And Cora glanced in his direction, as if disapproving. Shameful. It's alright. There's nothing you could do, right? Yeah. It was just a mistake at the end. Nvidia happened to come by at that moment. Hey, I'm Nvidia. I make graphics cards. I'm the human personification of a graphics card. I'm Luxuria, or Lurks if you prefer. It's shorter and cuter, huh? Haha, maybe so. Remind me of one of my 6 sisters. Oh, wow. 6 sisters? That's a lot of siblings. Yeah, I'm 7th in line. What are the chances of that happening, huh? I'm the youngest of the bunch, and days are pretty hellish. Oh, really? I guess that's true if your siblings are all the opposite gender. Or if you have many of them. Ah, that's right. I assume you wouldn't really understand that kind of fresh hell. Not many can boast or curse having such an extensive family. It took them a few moments to realize Luxuria had slipped away during the little talk about siblings. She had joined the others to introduce herself to them, too. Oops, she's gone. Anyway, let's meet back up with the others. Okay, sure. He walked back to the group, leaving Ancora alone with her thoughts. We have acquired trust with the snake, the precious bean. I can't believe nobody's thinking about the puzzle. This is all well and good, but it's there, you know? Are they going to keep talking while ignoring the main pressing matter? It's Tristia this, and Superbia this, and Luxuria this. Why can't we have better, shorter nicknames? Those are much easier to remember. I like the name Lux, too. Maybe we could make up smaller, cuter nicknames. And Cora was already no longer listening to them. Instead, she stood in front of the puzzle, having decided to solve that while they were talking about nicknames. There was a sense of urgency nobody else was acknowledging. Maybe it's just their way of coping with it. They're distracting each other, trying to find the chink in their peers' armor. Something feels wrong with all of this, too. This door wasn't supposed to be locked in this way. It feels like my friend is testing me, but they don't know about what's happening here. Was I duped? Or is someone else duping me, perhaps? I know for a fact there is a traitor in this group. The entire reason why this is being held is to find out the traitor, because they all shouldn't know Pandora's real identity. My real identity. One of them knows, though. Is it Superbia? Invidia? Gula? Luxuria? Avaricia? Tristitia? Or maybe Ira? Of course, I already know who Pandora is. That's us. It's because I'm Pandora. What if the traitor died already? Could I be so lucky? Till I find proof, I'll assume it's one of those still alive. I'll make sure they pay, even if I have to kill 6 of them. Oh, wow. So now we're getting right into a puzzle. Imprisoned within me. We'll get 1 hint, though. We know we get 2 hints. But we will do that next time.